Neymar Jr., the boy from Brazil, was football's chosen one. He was handpicked to follow in Pelé's footsteps, and his time at Barcelona suggested he was on his way, winning the treble as part of MSN at the age of 23. But everything changed when he signed for PSG, a Qatari-funded football project obsessed with winning the Champions League. With Neymar's help, Paris would restore faith in French football by winning Europe's most prestigious prize. Except it didn't work out that way. Almost every season of Neymar's PSG career has seen him seriously injured just before a Champions League knockout game. The chosen one became the injured one, and this year was no different, as Neymar missed both legs against Bayern Munich after PSG announced he needed ankle surgery in late February, marking yet another year that Paris crashed out of Europe without their Brazilian star. Which is why today we're going through the injury timeline as we explore Neymar Jr. and the curse of the Champions League. Welcome back, guys. You're watching the Sideline Starters, and my name is Andy, first team all sideline. Do me a huge favor, guys, and smash the like button to help the channel grow. And without further ado, let's get started. Setting the world transfer record at 222 million euros at the start of the 2017-18 season came with incredibly high expectations. And as far as domestic football was concerned, Neymar was meeting them, scoring a total of 18 goals in 19 appearances, and registering a league-high 12 assists heading into their February 26, 2018 clash with rivals Marseille. Ney scored and assisted before halftime but wouldn't finish the game. He suffered a broken metatarsal towards the end of the second half and was stretchered off the field in agony. He would miss PSG's second leg in the round of 16 against Real Madrid, as the Parisians needed to come back from a 3-1 deficit. They didn't stand a chance against the eventual champions and lost 5-2 on aggregate. But given that PSG had won 4 other trophies that season, it seemed like the future was bright. And speaking of future, the 2018-19 season began with the signing of Kylian Mbappe, the French wonder boy who led his country to a World Cup victory that summer. Neymar had a new dance partner and they were stunning together, as the new superstar duo combined for a total of 28 league goals and 13 assists for the first half of the season. But it all came to an end on January 23rd in a Coupe de France game against Strasbourg. Neymar was hacked several times throughout the game and wound up breaking his metatarsal again. He was ruled out for 3 months and as a result would miss both legs of PSG's round of 16 clash with Man United. And you would think they'd be alright after beating Ole's boys 2-0 in the first leg. But in typical PSG fashion, they choked it away at home, losing 3-1 and being knocked out on away goals. Neymar would return in late April, but only for his season to end a few weeks later in May, after being suspended by French sport courts for striking a man in the stands after losing the cup final to Stade Rennais. And things would only get worse for Neymar in the summer, as the Brazilian ruptured an ankle ligament on June 7, 2019 during an international friendly with Qatar. He would miss the first month of PSG's 2019 season, but ended the calendar year strong, scoring and assisting 4 goals in 4 games. But 2020 would be a repeat of the past, as Neymar found himself injured for the 3rd February in a row, as a bruised rib threatened to shelve him for their round of 16 matchup with Borussia Dortmund. Luckily, Neymar recovered just in time for the first leg, but was beaten by Erling Haaland's coming out party. Neymar and PSG would bounce back for the second leg, however, winning 3-2 on aggregate. But celebrations were cut short as the COVID-19 pandemic forced the competition to be put on hold. Games would resume in August as PSG continued the greatest cup run in their club's history, beating Atalanta in the quarterfinals and dispatching of RB Leipzig in the semis. They would lose to Bayern Munich in the final, however, with Neymar missing crucial opportunities to score, as tears streaming down his face epitomized Parisian sentiments. Neymar had gotten his team to the final but couldn't seal the deal, and so they gave it another shot the following season. But the Champions League curse followed Neymar to 2021, as abductor problems sidelined him from February 11th to March 19th, once again missing another one of PSG's round of 16 matchups, this time with his old club Barcelona. PSG were able to win without Neymar for the 2nd year in a row, and even beat reigning champions Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals in Neymar's return. But the Prince of Paris fell short once again, losing to Guardiola's Man City side in the semi-finals. And PSG haven't been able to make it beyond the round of 16 ever since. By now, the curse of the Champions League had left the PSG board beyond desperate. And so they kicked off the 2021-22 season with a transfer even more shocking than Neymar's, signing Lionel Messi from Barcelona as their final hope to bring European glory to the French capital, as Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi were suddenly considered the best front three world football had ever seen. But no matter how many stars aligned in Paris, Neymar's injury curse just always seemed to get in the way. On November 28, 2021, Neymar severely damaged his ankle in a league game against Saint Etienne, ruling him out for almost 3 months as he missed 12 games in the process. To Neymar's credit, he tried his best to recover in time for PSG's round of 16 meeting with Real Madrid on February 15th, and was miraculously given clearance on the 13th, just 2 days before the fixture. And although Neymar would only see the field for 17 minutes as a substitute, he was able to pass Mbappe the ball seconds before he scored the game winner in the 94th minute. But just when PSG looked like they're about to catch a break, everything collapses, as they lost to Real Madrid in the return leg in March at the hands of a Karim Benzema hat-trick. PSG choked it away again, as Neymar's rush return was ultimately pointless. The Brazilian would then shift his focus to the World Cup in Qatar that November, where he injured his ankle again in Brazil's opening game against Serbia. He would rush back to help his country beat Korea in the round of 16, but was ultimately upset by Croatia in the quarterfinals, leaving a bruised and emotionally broken Neymar to return to PSG, where he was asked to focus on the Champions League yet again. And despite an impressive start to the 2022-23 season, new manager Christophe Galtier was unable to recapture the form the team had before heading to Qatar. Lionel Messi had been playing some of the best football of his career and took a deserved vacation after winning the World Cup with Argentina. Mbappe, on the other hand, lost the final and was reportedly arguing with Galtier and the PSG board about his preferred position on the pitch, the result of a desperate move from Paris to prevent him from signing for Real Madrid. And then there was Neymar. The young man that arrived in Paris in his mid-20s was now in his 30s and boasted an injury record long enough to match his list of scoring records. Just to recap, in 2018, Neymar broke his metatarsal. In 2019, he broke it again. In 2020, he bruised his ribs. In 2021, he had abductor problems. And in 2022, he injured the ankle on the same foot that had suffered the broken metatarsals. And all of these injuries, in one way or another, coincided with PSG's Champions League schedule. And if you still don't believe in the curse, how about this year, 2023? On Valentine's Day, PSG lost to Bayern Munich in a KG 1-0 first leg of the round of 16. But Mbappe was recovering from a hamstring issue and only played 33 minutes. And given Bayern Munich's first sign of vulnerability in the Bundesliga in almost a decade, a PSG comeback didn't seem impossible. But then, on February 20th, for the 6th season in a row, Neymar would suffer a serious injury on the field and was stretchered off once again. PSG announced Neymar needed ankle surgery and would be sidelined for 3 to 4 months, effectively ending his 2023 season, and PSG's Champions League season would come to an end shortly after, as Bayern put them away with a 2-0 win at the Allianz Arena on March 8th. As it stands, in Neymar's 6 seasons in Paris, he's missed 103 games through injury, but by the time the season is over, he'll have missed another 12, meaning Neymar has only played in 48% of PSG's domestic minutes since signing in 2017. An absolutely shocking return for the player envisioned as the face of a new era, an era of European glory, an era of change. Instead, what we've seen is a regression to the Dark Ages, where Neymar's Champions League curse serves as the final relic of dark magic that we can find. And with each passing day, his career comes closer to encapsulating a myth as one of the strangest, unluckiest what-if stories in all of football. And that's all I got for today, everyone. As always, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and smash the like button if you want to see more video essays like these. And if you want to see something even more eerie, click right here. Thanks, everyone. Till next time.